Well, hello there, and it is day 8 of our 30-day challenge. I hope you are well on your way to, if nothing else, some self awareness. So, what I have come to the conclusion of is even if you have goals of, let's say, reading 10 pages of a book a day, or walking for 30 minutes, or drinking X amount of water, or whatever you sales goals, marketing goals, whatever your goals are, sometimes I can get to a point where if I can't do it all, that I don't do anything. Well, that's probably not the best thought. So last night is when I realized, you know what? Just do something. So if you don't have time to do all of it, just do something. Utilize small pockets of time. That's probably one of the biggest things that I really have to like double click into is that sometimes you're not going to have hours and hours and hours to do whatever it is you want to accomplish. Why not utilize small pockets of time? So, anyway, I digress. So, we're continuing day 8, duct tape marketing, and today's going to be super quick. The one thing that he talks about today that I want to help us to understand is that I hope you've had a mindset shift regarding content. If you are one of these people who have a love-hate relationship with social media, I hope over these last 8 days, or maybe we continue, maybe you need to pick up the book. I am no way, I don't even know this guy and he's not paying me at all. I'm just going through a class and they had us to read this book. So I'm in no way, endorsing, but there's some really good information in the book. But in terms of marketing, he says today's marketing requires lots of content, lots of education, lots of trust building via expertise sharing. So at the end of the day, we want our customers to trust us. And we want to do whatever it's going to take in order to do that. I don't know about you, but I don't want to sell a product and it not get utilized. Like the goal is to help you to get real estate. The goal is for you to have a mindset shift of, you know what? I better not put all of my eggs in one basket. Like I need to diversify. When I think about athletes, helping them, most of athletes want to go pro because they want to buy their mother a house. Why wait till you go pro? Why not go ahead and buy your mama a house while you're in college? Like we have got to have a why we're doing things and then share that with our potential clients and customers and help them to see our heart and our desire. When we do that, and I just watched a TED talk and I forget what the guy's name is, but I'm pulling some of that into this so that we can really start to help people understand why we do this. Because at the end of the day, here's the reality. When I left my corporate job in 2022, I was making $95,000. Like my next raise would have been 6 figures. So to go from quote unquote steady to entrepreneurship where you're if you don't sell, you don't eat, right? But there's a bigger mission. And I hope for you, there's a bigger mission as well. The other thing that he says that I was like, ooh, that is so good. We've got to figure out how to make this simple because if it's complicated, we're not going to do it. I don't know about you, but I don't do complicated very well. So how can we simplify this? Think about when you go on podcasts, figure out what it is you like. Like I really do enjoy going on podcasts. Side note. So if you have a podcast and you would like to have me come on your podcast, I would love to do that. But I love going on podcasts. Figure out what part of social media that you like. And then take your long form content where you're educating and use a tool or one of your associates who can cut that long form content down into bite-sized pieces and put it out on social media. How can you make this easier? Because this is what we know. We can say what we can't do, or we can figure out a way that's going to help us to make it, to simplify it so that we will continue to do it. Because once again, if it's hard, we're not going to keep on doing it. If it's too hard, maybe you sought out to do something with the 30-day challenge and it got hard and you just quit. how can we make things, especially if it's something that we know we need to do, how can we make it easier? Like I said, I love going on podcasts, getting the podcast episodes from whomever the person was and cut that content down. And what's stopping you from posting that on your social media? Because chances are you were educating in the podcast. Use the content, doing webinars, you're on Zoom calls, you're working with clients. Like, let's make this easier. And he breaks it down. The secret to maximizing this content production play is develop strategies that help you multiply your efforts. Develop strategies that help you multiply your efforts. Make it naturally easier to produce content and employ technology and services to realize a huge return on your time invested. If we don't know anything else, our time is very valuable. So we want to make sure we're utilizing our time in the best way possible. So drop in the comments like, I hope you were like, oh, I can do this. Or instead of, I can do this. Like, you're already potentially doing webinars. You're already, what are you already, there it is. What are you already doing that you can repurpose for social media content? What are you already doing that you can repurpose for social media content? This is day 8, 30-day challenge. I'm not even going to say we have 22 more days to go because that sounds like too many. So we're taking one day at a time, and drop in the comment, what is something that you've learned about yourself on this journey? And I would love for you to share that with our audience. Until next time, change your mindset about marketing and creating content, because whether we want to admit it or not, content is king. And in order for people to trust us, in order for them to buy what we're selling, I hate to say it that way, but we have got to establish a rapport with them and help them to see our heart, help them to see our hearts. And then that's going to make them want to do business with us even more. So that's all I got for you. Day 8 of our 30-day challenge is in the books.